Yeah, I mean, they're not just going to hand it to us. I thought our start was first 10 was better than obviously the last game, but they made a strong push, and we'll move on here and get ready for the next one.
Why do you think it has been so hard for a team to hold a lead in this series?
There's a lot of good teams in this league. Obviously they're a good team. We feel we're a good team, and that's why we play 60 minutes.
They had felt last game that you guys had just overwhelmed them with your efforts. What's your assessment of how they were able to wrestle the momentum back?
No team wants to go down 3-1 in a series, obviously. They had a strong effort tonight. They got it done. Like I said, we'll move on and get ready for the next one.
What's your confidence level in this team's ability to respond kind of the way they did tonight?
I got all the confidence in the world in this group. We've been through a lot all year. We'll reset here, learn from it, and we got a great opportunity in front of us, best of 3 on home ice here. So looking forward to it.
What's made the power play such a struggle, and how big of a turning point is the shorthanded goal?
Yeah, that was kind of a kick in the butt. Their PK is good. I think they've been pretty good all playoffs. They put a lot of pressure on you, and we'll have to find a way to get a little creative here and try and break them down.
How hard is it when Tanev goes out? He's such a warrior. It seems like it. To see him come out, it takes a lot.
Yeah, he's one of the ultimate warriors in this league. Unbelievable to have him on our side now. Played against him for a long time here. A true professional, plays the game hard, and just gives guys more opportunity to step up and fill that void.
How hard is momentum, and once you lose it, trying to get it back?
Yeah, it's they're a great team, and it's obviously so important to once you're playing well to keep it going and not let the foot off the pedal at all, because when you're playing great teams like Edmonton, they're gonna make you pay for it and come back on you, and so it's just staying on it.
What do you think happened after 2-0? Did you let the foot off the pedal at all?
I think we obviously made there's obviously some turnovers and stuff like that getting pucks deep, just simple things that go a long way. But they're trying to score, they're trying to play too. Obviously some bounces, but I think definitely do a better job of staying on it. And it was 2 quick goals, but there's still what was it, over 50 minutes left in the game. Game wasn't even close to over.
What have you seen on the power play, and why is it struggling at this time?
I think just the execution. Had that power play, towards the end of the game, and just didn't execute well enough. They're a great penalty kill. They make you make those plays, but we need to execute a lot better and do much better at getting pucks back.
When they score a shorthanded goal, is that just the ultimate momentum swinger and tough to respond?
Yes and no. it's obviously it's a big moment for them, and can definitely get the crowd going and get their energy going. But we got to do our best to not let that turn into more like we kind of did there. Just reset, and still had some power play left to go. So just getting back on it, and trying to stay playing forward, and just try to get that one back on the power play.
What's made this team so good at bouncing back after losses in the postseason?
I think there's no panic in this room. We have guys who have played so many games. I think we talk about that a lot, but there's no reason to panic any situation. I think we've played together for this whole season, and we've been through so many different situations. Obviously, playoffs is different, but there's just no panic. Just we can control what we can control, and it's just about getting back to our game and putting our best foot forward. Next game or next period, whatever the situation may be.
Just same thing. Whenever a team gets a fast start, it seems like the other team really pushes back. We've seen the bunch in the playoffs, and just script came out again.
Yeah, it happened. You get that lead early, you know exactly what we want to do, and I'd like to handle a little bit better for sure.
Has this series been a mental struggle, just trying to hold on to the momentum and the kind of pushback, and then you go back the other way, both teams?
Yeah, I mean, two good teams playing, you know, and no one's going to lay down. You know, it's the time of the year it is, and you got teams that, you know, can make plays both ways, and it shows just how fine of a line it is. And, you know, it comes down to a few plays throughout the night and can tip games at times, and, yeah, it's close out there.
Power play, what is going struggles right now? They're obviously killing penalties very well too.
Yeah, they got a good PK. They've been good, you know, all playoffs. You know, for us, I think we haven't started with the puck probably enough. You know, winning some faceoffs, you know, to kind of create that zone time early, and then entries need to improve for sure. And you know, you don't get set up at all. It's, you know, it's a little frustrating at times, but you got to stay with it. And so those are a couple areas we clean up. We'll probably get a few more looks.
Is that surprising you've been so good on the face-off, especially on the power play?
Yeah, for sure. You know, we'll take a look at it, keep trying to break it down and figure it out.
Tanev, hard to see him go out. He's such a warrior. It takes a lot to knock him out of a game.
Yeah, for sure. He's done it, you know, since he's got here. He's put his body on the line. You know, he's played really good hockey, blocking shots, you know, defending well, making plays. So, yeah, you never like to see it when, you know, someone does it, but he did it again, and, you know, we'll see where he's at.
What's made this team so good coming off of a loss in the postseason so far?
It's, you know what, we're a deep team. There were definitely areas tonight where we weren't good enough. You know, I think the last game we started winning a few more battles as the game went on. You know, tonight it was, you know, probably a little bit the other way. And, you know, you start chasing games, you got to win those battles and create off that. But for this group, it's just reset. You know, it's not supposed to be easy right now. Teams are, you know, playing hard, fighting for lives, and we all understand how close we are to get to the next round, and so it's you know, figuring out those battles, and, you know, we'll regroup, take a look at a few things, and try to be better in some areas.
Outside that first 10 minutes, what could your team have done to have generated more of an offensive push later in the game?
I think the neutral zone at times, probably. It felt like we got stalled a little bit. You know, when we did get in the O zone, we didn't, you know, connect enough plays and get there. And, you know, probably power play if we could create a little bit of momentum off that.
Pete, I know that it's going both ways, but is there a way to better prepare your team for the sharp momentum swings that are clearly winning games in this series?
Yeah, I think everyone's trying to prepare your team. You're 3 rounds in, so, you know. Yeah, I don't understand that question. What do you mean prepare? What do you mean prepare your team? Like,
well, I guess what we're seeing is when it turns, both teams are having a real hard time handling when that momentum gets rolling. So is there a better way for...
You got 2 good teams going at it. You got 2 good teams going at it that, you know, that I don't have an answer to that.
Second row left, Mike.
And I'll give you another one. You can't have any update on Chris Tanev?
No, blocked a shot, couldn't finish, so fingers crossed. You know, hopefully he'll be good for the next game, game 6.
And then
game 5,
whatever.
Game 5 feels like 12.
And then any feeling on the power play? They're obviously killing penalties very well, but
yeah, power play was a symptom of the rest of our game. You know, I mean, we got up 2-0, got the start we wanted, but I don't think we were playing well or had enough guys playing at a high enough level that was real. Having said that, you know, Rupe Hinn's breakaway, we might have had one other chance where you extend that lead to 3-0. Probably a lot like the game before where they have the power play. If they go to 3-0, maybe that switches things. We didn't, and you know, the rest of the game they were the better team. That's the bottom line.
Other questions for Pete? We'll go second row on the right, Andrew.
I know a bit raw at the moment, but knowing that you're through 4, you still have home ice.
Yeah.
Happy to be 2-2 at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we came here and got a split, got home ice back. It's 2 out of 3 to go to the Stanley Cup final. You know, I mean, this isn't supposed to be easy, and it's not supposed to be pretty. As much, you know, preparation as we can do to manage momentum swings and things like that. You get the 4 best teams in the league left. That's what it's going to look like, and you got to find a way to come out on top. If it takes 7 games in overtime, it takes 7 games in overtime.
Back to Mike on the left.
Does the fact you've been through this so many times in this playoffs help a lot as you go back home?
Yeah, I mean, it helps, but we still got to get the job done. You know, you got to go down, you got to go home, you got to execute. You know, we got to play a better game than we did tonight.
Yeah, the shorthanded goal. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The shorthanded goal. Looking at it as a coach, do you see things there that shouldn't have happened, or is that just something that happened?
You know what I didn't like? The shorthanded goal. I didn't like how we played the 2-on-1, but you know, we take a shot, it hits our own guy, goes to them. There's not much you can do on that. I really disliked the first 2 goals. You know, I thought we had an even rush. We kind of fell on our goalie, gave him a free one on the first one. The second one, we lose 2 board battles on the way up the ice. They end up behind us. So those are the 2 that I disliked more than the shorty.
Front right, Eric.
Pete, is Hakanpää progressing? Is he a possibility if Chris Tanev can't go? Or
you know, we'll see. He's on the trip with us, so we'll see.
How confident are you that you can fill that void if Chris can't go?
Well, we'll have to. You know, next man up. They're that time of year. Someone's got to step in and do it if he can't.
Anything else?
Thanks.
Thanks, Pete.